Yo, what's going on, everyone? This is Julien. Back again. Mixed Bag Mondays, July 23rd. Dude, I'm so stoked. Jake, are you there? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Hey, are you there, my boy?
Who is. Oh, hey, how's it going?
You're trapped in a cave right now, and I'm trying to get Elon Musk to send us a submarine over. Joke's a little
Jesus Christ.
old, but you know what? I gotta get you out of that cave, baby, because we got a
Thank
lot
you.
to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
So the giveaway now that we're running has been about a week into the giveaway, and that's the first thing I want to talk about. It's going pretty well. We're almost at 800 entries into the giveaway. That's not 800 individual people. You can enter multiple times, which means multiple ways to win. So if you haven't done that yet and you're listening to this, go enter that giveaway. Get a chance to
Go do it.
win 20 buckaroonies, Buco Dolores. Get
On the
on
eShop, the
the eShop.
PSN,
Yep. Just maybe a Steam
or.
card, maybe a Microsoft card if you're playing Xbox out there.
Yeah, all six of you.
Oh shit, the
I'm
roast has already
okay.
started.
I'm just joking. I'm sorry.
Did Xbox
Please.
redeem itself a little bit to you when they were going hard with Nintendo on the Fortnite crossplay and crossplay in general?
I mean, that's cool, but it's not going to go out and make me buy a new Xbox since mine killed itself.
Yeah, yours
Uh,
took its own life, which is a weird thing for an Xbox to do, but it certainly did.
yeah.
It actually,
I mean,
your Xbox killing itself reminded me of the Red Ring of Death. Did you ever have an Xbox that did that?
oh, yeah. I remember when that happened, I had to send mine in and I don't know where I sent it to, but I don't think it was in Canada or the States that I sent it to, because I remember checking the what you call it, the tracking, and it was in the middle of the ocean.
Oh my god.
Like it was just in the middle of the ocean for like days. So I don't know if they just lost my Xbox and sent me a new one. I mean, I got like a year of gold for free or something.
Wow.
But
So was that pretty early on in when like
probably 2007,
2007?
2008.
Yeah. Cuz mine bricked itself I think within the first like year and a half. And I
Yeah,
got one pretty close to launch. I remember it was like the original white Xbox 360.
yeah, I
And
had one of those too.
mine bricked itself right when Halo 3 came out. And
Oof.
so I had this broken Xbox that I could play the first like 30 minutes of Halo 3 of, and then it would freeze. Um,
Oh,
and I couldn't, it was weird. It would like freeze in the same exact spot every time, which was bizarre during the first mission of the game. Um, but eventually I had to start doing the towel trick. Do you remember that?
yeah, I had to do that too, and it worked for a few months for me.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. Like nothing really has ever happened since then that is like that. I'm sure there was some old like fucking Super Nintendo or weird shit that you had to do stuff to your systems back then. But this happening for the Xbox 360 is kind of like the last time I remember you having to like really do something to the hardware itself. And
Yeah,
what the towel trick was you would literally wrap your Xbox in towels or sheets or something to
and
block
let
the
it run.
fans and let it run for like 20 minutes or so, and it would
And
it would overheat.
I
um
think what it did was it would reset the paste that was on the control on the processor,
yeah,
so it would kind of like reset it.
exactly, that's exactly what it would do, because the motherboard for the console would have this like glue like substance on it. I'm not that
Hmm.
techy, I don't know exactly what it was for.
It's just
um
thermal
it's,
paste to
yeah, the
keep the
thermal
turtles
paste
in.
stuff. And it would overheat the system when you would do this, and it would, like as you said, like reset that. And then your system would work more often than not for like a few days, and then it would red ring again, and you would have to do it again. And I was definitely doing the towel trick for a couple months, and then eventually it just stopped working, and
Hmm.
had to get a new one. So I think in total I probably I've went through maybe three Xbox 360s, maybe even four. Those things
Yeah,
were
I think
not
I had four altogether.
they were not sturdy. And I've
No,
had the
not at
same
all.
Xbox Ones. I have the One S now is the one I use primarily, but I've had my old Xbox One, the original launch one. It works fine still, so they clearly figured their shit out. But wow, what a
Well, they made it
disaster!
massive.
I know, dude. The thing is so massive. if you were to drop that, like even from just like 5 feet above my head and drop it onto my head, I would probably die.
Probably. I mean, it's like a giant VCR.
Yeah, the thing is massive, and the Xbox One S is nice and small. I like it. It's a little cutie. But again, like
Hmm.
I right now my Xbox is primarily used for Netflix and HBO Go. Like that's really it.
I think that's pretty much the majority of a lot of people that I know, at least. They just don't seem to be that interested in what Xbox is doing. I mean, they don't have any good games right
And
now,
yeah,
right?
there's no originals, right? There's no.
Yeah,
I mean, they had State of Decay 2 recently, a couple months ago, and that was just okay. Like, I played a
yeah. I
little
heard
bit
it
of
wasn't
it.
that good.
It was whatever. It was a decent sequel to the game, but I don't think they expanded enough on the original concept. And I'm just like not into zombie games anymore.
No, I mean, back when the first Day of Decay came out, that was kind of like near the end of my enjoyment out of zombie games, and that was
Yeah,
what, like 2011, 2012 or
yeah,
something.
something like that. But yeah, we've both, me and you, have just been primarily playing Switch games for the past
Hmm.
few months, and that's probably how it's going to remain at least through the end of summer, and into early fall, because there's not too many other games coming out on other consoles or systems that I'm going to dedicate much time to.
Yeah.
So both of us are going to be playing Octopath and Fortnite on Switch, which we've actually been playing quite often lately.
Hmm. It's yeah, it's definitely taking up a bunch of time. But I mean, that's not a bad thing, I guess. You can do that with any game, really. But like you said, Octopath is, I'm probably only 10 hours in, and I barely scratched the surface of it.
Yeah, the game's deep, dude, and it's way deeper than I thought it was,
Hmm.
which is great. And the stories are really interesting. Did I tell you I got to this point that I don't think I revealed anything because it's a spoiler, and I don't want to spoil anything for you
Yeah, I've
specifically.
just got Cyrus,
Oh, okay,
so
so
I'm still a little bit far behind. I've just been trying to juggle so many games.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I've started doing like the second part of each character's story. I think there's 3 parts in total per character.
Hmm.
And I've been working my way through the second half of each character's story. I think I've done 4 now. But Primrose's story is really intense, dude. Like really adult themed. And I'm interested to talk to you about that once you get there. So maybe by next Monday or maybe on the podcast this week, we'll be able to talk about that. Depends on if you're able to get to
Yeah.
that point.
Speaking of podcasts, we are finally bringing back the podcast.
Yeah,
Um,
we're reviving it for the third time.
Hopefully, this will be the charm. This will be the one that sticks.
Yeah, yeah. And now that we have the website going full bore and people seem to like visiting the site, from what we've seen metrics wise, stats wise, people are coming
Yeah.
to the site. So it'll be housed there, and will also be on Spotify and or maybe not Spotify right away, but it'll definitely be on iTunes right away.
Yeah.
Uh,
We already have that account set up and
yeah.
whatnot. Um,
One of the
so just to let you guys know, our website is www.memory cards.com.
That's right.
If we wanted it spelt with that extra little O, it would have cost us, I think, what, $5,000?
Yeah, if someone
Something
wants
crazy.
to sponsor that, hit us
Yeah,
up.
maybe we'll start a GoFundMe to get that little O.
Maybe the O GoFundMe, or we could do like
The
if
O, the O fund me.
the O Fundme. Maybe stamps.com can sponsor us, and buy us that extra O. Can we buy a
Yeah,
vowel, please?
come on, stamps.
Where you at, Stamps? We need you now. You sponsor every other fucking podcast in the world, so
I
sponsor
need
us.
you now more than ever.
So Comic Con just wrapped up. I actually posted an article about some of the stuff that was revealed on the website, so check that out.
Okay, yeah.
Um, did you
So
did you
that's more of your forte, eh? Comics and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, like I've dabbled in comic book collecting and being involved in that whole scene.
Hmm.
It's something I've revisited throughout my life. It's not something I right now consistently keep up with. I've always been completely overwhelmed, like while I'm in that world, because it's just there's so much happening all the time. There's so many comic books coming out, consistently, like any given day. There's like tons of comics out. It's just
Hmm.
hard to keep up with. The
So, what
last
was your favorite announcement from Comic Con? Let me guess. Three, two, one. Godzilla.
dude, hell yeah. Well, yeah, you knew, you fucking know, you know me. I that Godzilla trailer is incredible, dude. Like
Yeah.
seriously, uh, I there's not often that you see trailers that completely capture like everything that you want to see in a movie without spoiling too much, you know.
Hmm.
And sometimes trailers just like affect you on that level. You know, they're put
Yeah.
together in the right way with the right music, and you're just like the hype level gets ratcheted up past 10. Uh, and this Godzilla King of the Monsters certainly did that for me. It's like the most hype trailer I've seen in a very, very long time. Um, did you ever watch any of the old Godzilla movies, like the old Japanese
I
ones?
watched that one. Oh, I watched one of the ones that was more recent in theaters. I can't remember when,
Oh
a
yeah,
few years
yeah.
ago.
I think I know
I
what you're
can't
talking
remember,
about.
but I really liked that. It was a little cheesy at parts,
Was
but
it the
I think
one?
that,
Was it called Shin Godzilla?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Okay.
loved it, dude. That was one of my favorite movies of that year. It was
Yeah.
just so fun and unique.
Yeah, yeah. That I actually have that, and I still haven't watched it. But my
Oh,
brother
dude,
got
you
it for
should
me for
watch it.
Christmas.
Like
Um,
of course, it's a little bit cheesy and whatnot, but
it's
I mean,
supposed to be.
that's
It's supposed to be.
yeah. Sometimes that's where the best movies come from.
Yeah. Like when I was a kid, when I would go stay at my dad's house, you know, every other weekend, one of the things we'd always do is go to Blockbuster to rent a movie to watch one of the nights I was at his house.
Yeah.
Uh, and we went through a phase where we would get an old Godzilla movie,
Hmm.
pretty like often. It was like all we wanted to watch, me and my brother. And so we ran the gamut of like the entire collection from the 70s and 80s and late 60s, you know.
Yeah.
And some of them are kind of long-winded and boring, but man, there's some fucking good shit in those movies. And just all around classic action, uh, like in what do you call it, like practical effects action, you know. So obviously
Yeah.
no CGI in the 70s and 60s. I mean, they used like stuff like lightning bolts and shit, but most of the time it's people in the suits in
Hmm.
a miniature city to make it look like they're giants. And
Yeah.
that stuff is just good fun. I love that.
For sure. Um, but yeah, like I remember that one that came out in early 2000s, and it was pretty awful.
Oh, the
Um,
American one
yeah,
with Matthew Broderick.
yeah, I guess so. I'm not. I don't think I've ever watched it more than once.
Yeah, that one that came out, it was called Godzilla 2000, I think, and that one was pretty whack. They tried to bite off like the Jurassic Park vibe, I think, a bit,
Yeah, and it
and
just didn't
it
work.
didn't work. But the reboot, the one that came out a couple years ago, I think in 2014.
I
Uh,
like that one too with Bryan Cranston.
yeah,
Like
that
I
one's
know it got
tight.
shit on a bit, but it was
That
pretty
one's
good.
tight. I like that one.
Yeah,
And I've been looking forward to King of the Monsters, the sequel, for a while now.
I didn't
Knowing,
even know there was going to be a sequel. To be honest
yeah,
with
yeah,
you.
yeah. Like I knew that they were going to add monsters from the Godzilla lore, Godzilla universe to this, and Godzilla's going to square off against them.
Hmm.
But in this one, they totally are doing that with Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah. I think that's how you say it, King Ghidorah. And they're like three of the classics, like the OG.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be good, dude. And some of the other stuff that they showed didn't really capture my imagination or interest as much as that one. So that's the one that stuck out the most, Godzilla. But um, they showed Aquaman and fucking the new trailer for Glass. The
I think Glass looks kind of cool. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Um,
Split. Glass is the M Night Shyamalan film that is
yeah,
the
and it's a sequel of Split and Unbreakable.
yeah, which is it's so bizarre, but that's totally a fucking Shyamalan thing to do. So
My favorite announcement out of, I mean, I didn't follow it that closely, so I'm sure I could have missed something that might be my favorite. But do you want to guess?
I think I know what it is. Can I guess?
Yeah,
Okay, is it Disenchantment?
yeah,
It
of
looks
course.
good. Looks good.
It looks like they're just following the same formula of a cocky hero type person, an idiot friend. But it looks like it'll be a nice what's the word? Because I miss Futurama, so it looks like it'll be a nice little kind of
Substitute for that.
throwback. Yeah, a substitute. That's a good word.
Yeah, it totally has that mark of graining, which is a good thing. And yeah,
Hmm.
any excuse to watch anything he creates is a good excuse because he's such an auteur. But yeah,
It sucks that it's only 10 episodes at first, but I mean, I'm
oh, is it
sure.
only 10?
Yeah,
I
but I'm
figured it would be
sure.
way
I think they've
longer.
already ordered another 20 episodes or something.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But I mean, if Netflix should really have people like animators and stuff just pumping this shit out.
Yeah,
Because like I could watch stuff like that pretty often.
yeah, for sure. All right, well, so we spent a good amount of time talking Comic Con. This is a preview for the podcast because maybe we'll talk about some more Comic Con shit
Hmm.
on Wednesday. But anyway, that was Mixed Bag Mondays. Just a quick update. Also, as we mentioned in the beginning, check out the giveaway, enter that, and we'll see you on another day that's not Monday. Goodbye.
Bye.